Welcome to another episode, everyone. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Nelly performed at the Trump inauguration, and black people are steaming mad. But Snoop Dogg said that anyone who supported Trump was a racist and a sellout. This is what he said at first. Look.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the one of you Uncle Tom ass doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I was the one that performs for himself.
Later, in the void.
That was almost Snoop Dogg. I mean this respectfully, but you a suck ass nigga for what you doing right now. You done stood on business for the past 12 years talking about anybody that supports Donald Trump was a racist, and now you are literally performing for the Klan. Man, I just got done watching, you feel me, the opening of the Texans versus the Chiefs game. You making money with the NFL. I was watching the damn Olympics earlier, you feel me, you was making money with them too. So I know you don't need no money. So the question becomes, how much are they paying you, or what do you believe changed with Donald Trump since you've been saying what you've been saying? You feel me? Was it the shoes?
Calvin Broadus Jr. I'm going to call you by your mama name because you really need to be called to attention by your own fucking name. The one that your mama gave you. Brother man, what in the fuck are you doing, dog? What is this? What is this? Now you're kissing the ring. How much is that man paying you? What is Trump giving you? It must be like a large sum of money for you to shuck and jive to his bullshit. You called him a racist. In national public radio, you said he was a fucking racist. And guess what? You weren't wrong. You were spot on that. So what in God's dear name made you flip? To the point where even white people are calling you out. That's how bad it got for you. Bro, some of y'all are like, it's really embarrassing. And this is like across the board with some of you black fellows and Latinos. You're all like doing this weird bullshit where you just want to get paid. And it's embarrassing. Oh my fucking God, I'm so done with 2025 when it just started. Good thing I went there.
Don't be surprised that Snoop is performing at the inauguration. Don't do that. Why? Don't be surprised that Nelly is performing. First of all, I ain't never liked Nelly, so I ain't gonna waste no time talking about that dude. Ain't no loss. But when it comes to Snoop, why are y'all surprised? This ain't the old Snoop. This ain't the Snoop that needed black people to help create his wealth and build his wealth from the doggy style days. No, this ain't him. This ain't the Snoop that needed black people to support him when he was on trial for unaliving somebody. It ain't that Snoop. It ain't the Snoop that needed black people to help him rebuild his wealth when he was broke after he had to leave Death Row Records and go to No Limit Records. It ain't that Snoop. This is the Snoop that is now getting millions of dollars from people who don't look like us. This is why this Snoop could care less about people who look like us. This is why he's performing at the inauguration of a dude who wants to bring back stop and frisk, which affects people like us. He wants to give cops full immunity, which affects people like us. And he is supported by every single hate group in the country, which again affects people like us. Snoop don't live in the neighborhoods where cops will stop and frisk you. He don't live in those neighborhoods no more. This is why he could care less about the rest of us. You caught on yet, black folks? Or are you going to let him just make another record and you be like, oh, Snoop is cool now? Speaking of records, how'd you go from FDT to now you performing at the inauguration for DT? Make it make sense. But I get it. When you don't need the people anymore, you could care less about the people. Now that's on his end. What are we going to do? Still going to buy the records? Still going to watch the TV shows? Still going to watch the movies? It's one thing for that person to show you who they are. It's another thing for you to allow it to be the thing and also to not make changes based off of how they show you and who they show you they are. At this point, it's on us.
Nelly claps back at critics over Trump inauguration performance, says, show me the proof of white supremacist claims. You know what? I never thought I'd have to do this on TikTok, but apparently I fucking do. So attention, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Soulja Boy, and Rick Ross. I got 2 pieces of advice for you after performing for Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man. You ready? Here they go. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. Cash the motherfucking check and shut the fuck up. Be quiet. We don't want to hear it. Don't nobody care. You have been judged harshly. You have been dismissed. So cash the check and shut the fuck up. Nelly at his big ass age has to say some shit like that. Show me the proof. You know what? If you can't work a computer and don't know how to do Google, Bing, Ask Jeeves, whatever, it's not our motherfucking job anymore. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. That's it. That is it. Carrie Underwood, cash the check and shut the fuck up. That's it. That's all. The end. Nobody gives a fuck. You've made your motherfucking bed. Why are y'all so fucking hell-bent on not sleeping in the motherfucker? It's really simple. I've said this on more than one fucking occasion across every medium I can get my goddamn hands on. This was never about policy. It was about character. That is a convicted fucking felon. That's not me saying that. That's the state of New York saying it. He is a convicted fucking felon. So if you stand next to this motherfucker, you are condoning a convicted felon. And then if you tack on all the myriad of fucking documented shit that he has said and done, you are endorsing that. If you take a check, and let's just be honest, you might not even get paid, but I digress. If you take a check from that man to perform, to show up, to tell jokes, to sniff his throne, whatever the fuck it is that you do, if you take a check from that motherfucker, you're endorsing him. And at that point, we don't give a fuck why you did it. We don't care. We don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Take the check, deposit it in your bank, spend it wisely, but just understand, ain't nobody fucking with you. I do not give a single solitary hot flaming fuck why you.
Not a single solitary hot flaming fuck? I'm with you, dog. I don't know why Snoop Dogg will perform at the inauguration. Just, if nothing else, based on what he said prior, that anyone who performs for Trump, or essentially even associates with him, is a sellout and a racist. I mean, these words came out of his mouth. He posted this on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, as you saw at the beginning of this here video. So I don't understand. Does he think that the internet goes away? Once it's out there, people are going to call you on it. The internet is undefeated.
You did it. I don't care. You did it. Stand your ass over there with it. So in the coming weeks, when we see Nelly on The Breakfast Club, or Snoop Dogg on this, and or Rick Ross over there, whatever, when they try to justify it, give them these 2 pieces of advice. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. You made your decision. You did. Not us, you. So if motherfuckers who have watched y'all fucking career stop fucking with you, we're done. Don't ask. We not coming back. We good. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. Nelly, you are a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man. You should know better, but you don't. But you don't. So I tell you what, we don't care. We don't give a fuck. If your ass can't work a fucking computer and find out whether or not there's proof, and there's always proof, there's always been proof, there will continue to be proof, because proof, like facts, do not change. But you can't find it, you are blinded by the money. So, in that regard, do us all a fucking favor. It's a 2-rule thing for you guys. 2 rules. Really simple. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. We don't care. We don't want to hear it. We don't give a fuck. Whatever your rationale for performing for that motherfucker, we don't want to hear it. Cash the check and shut the fuck up.
Well, we know Nelly ain't making no money because he just signed up to be Trump's at the inaugural ball. Nelly, the way you sold your soul to Trump, I hope nothing you ever do prospers again. I hope you only are able to do state fairs. I hope every time somebody says your name, they fucking cringe. I hope Ashanti looks at you differently. I hope that money runs out. You sold your soul to the devil, a white supremacist. I hope your teeth fall out. I hope your damn fade goes to the back of your fucking head. I hope every mic you touch blows. I hope your friend down there stop working. You the only black man that has agreed to do this shit. This is why I say when black people get money, they're no longer checked off as black. We call them either, because either they're going to stick with their people or they're going to jump to the other side for the sake of a check. He's either. Fucking idiot. I just can't stand. Why y'all always got to embarrass us like this?
Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump. Hey, now that TikTok is back, Nelly, come to the front stage.
I am honored to be performing for the office, for the president of the United States. Regardless, ain't nan another president asked me to perform. Nan. Ain't nobody called Nelly. I would have performed.
Well, ain't nobody ever asked you to come to a Klan rally either. But, you know
what you mean? Why would I go to a Klan rally? I don't live in a Klan country.
Well, this is a Klan country.
No, this ain't no Klan.
No, this is a Klan country, man.
Where is it?
It's a Klan country.
Where it is?
He said what it said, like we can't pull up real pictures and videos of actual Klansmen at Trump rallies. And this ain't from 2020 either. They say 2024. Endorsed by the what? You see it right. And the irony of Nelly saying that is that it's a high likeliness of when he was performing at their little inauguration party, he was saying country grandma and underlay mama EI for Confederate flag toting Klansmen supporters that said Donald Trump is our man. So you gotta ask yourself, why does your politics align with the Confederate flag toting people? To the people in the back, before I play this next clip on my mama, you are able to have wonderful criticisms of the left and the Democrats and the Biden without justifying going over there to that side. Listen, you can have amazing critiques for the Democratic plantation, but it don't justify going to the Republican one. Roll the clip now.
Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh, no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part, that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay. Is he renting to him now? So he's a white supremacist, and nobody's allowed to change. Right?
The question becomes, how did Donald Trump change for the good? If anything, he's gotten progressively worse.
Yeah, that wasn't a good take from Nelly. That video is not going to age well. He probably just be better off doing what the prior brother said. Cash the check and shut the fuck up. Because now you're trying to justify, just say that you support them. They got blacks for Trump. They got blacks for Trump. They got black MAGAs. Just say you're one of them, but don't try to justify and excuse and justify. If you don't feel like you did anything wrong, then stand on it. But don't come out saying, oh, well, so he didn't rent to black people, the 70s or 80s? People can change. Oh, my.
You see what I'm saying? I know you had your little lyric and everybody in the black community was talking about having Donald Trump money, but since we've started talking about him in the 90s, you see what I'm saying? How's he gotten better? He started clicking up with Yahtzees and white supremacists and Confederate flag toters. You see what I'm saying? He's passed all type of bills that make it working class people can't afford to pay their bills, but the billionaires getting out record high profits. What has he done that has made him change? It's crazy that Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's also crazy that Donald Trump said he wants to attack the enemy within, even going so far as saying he want to sick the American military on them. And you know who the enemy within? Oh, a whole bunch of black folks like your mom and your daddy and then your cousin and them that voted for Barack Obama or that voted for Kamala Harris. So you ain't even got to get lost in the sauce of the bipartisanship politics, but you know what he said he wanted to do? He wanted to fund education and he wants to literally raise the price of insulin for your grandma and them. Is that good? Yeah, the 1990 crime bills is bad. We also know that Republicans weren't just as bad as Joe Biden them did, which is the reason why we got to have structural analysis and not be lost in the sauce of bipartisanship shit. So let's say he did the crime bill, right? But these folks renamed affordable health care the Obamacare because he knew that his constituents would not be down for black folks getting health care and you perform for them. You see what I'm saying? Hey, it's crazy. On my mama, you ain't got a cake from the Republicans because you know the Democrats are full of shit. You can say both of them full of shit and move on, right? Let's do a comparative analysis and just weigh the impacts, right? It is crazy to say a black person in a position of power did not earn it, aka DEI is bad. And it's also crazy to say if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. But which one of them has a worse impact on the lived reality of black folks? Obviously, this one right here, right? Saying that black folks didn't earn it. Okay, let's say that Joe Biden completely authored the 1990s crime bill and he the one that got it passed without no bipartisanship help, right? Is it worse, you feel me, than appointing 3 Supreme Court justices that's able to overturn things like the affirmative action, overturn things like Roe v. Wade, where black people gonna be disproportionately impacted and or criminalized and or not receive accessibility? Which one is worse? Man, research over me search for everybody that be caping talking about they free thinkers and thing. Go look up the Southern Strategy. You see what I'm saying? With Barry Goldwater, where you able to see a whole bunch of Southern Dixiecrats literally switch over to being Republicans because they were tired of sharing space with the Negroes. Look it up. Education is elevation, and y'all got to do better.
I don't know what's wrong with some people, like seriously.
Okay, there you have it. You know, people are not happy with Snoop Doggy Dogg, Nelly, Rick Ross, and the other that performed there at the Trump inauguration. They're calling Snoop Dogg to task, essentially just referring to him as a hypocrite because, again, we saw his prior video that he posted 8 or so years ago where he said if you perform for Donald Trump, you're a sellout and a racist. And then he turns around years later and performs for him. That video did not age well. And Nelly, trying to justify his reason for the performance, was really asinine because it doesn't hold up. And again, he should probably just do what the brother advised and cash a check and just shut up and hope that it goes away at some point. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Was Snoop Doggy Dogg wrong for performing at the Trump inauguration? Or is he free to perform anywhere he wants to? Anywhere. He's a performer. He's an artist. He's getting paid. His job is to get money. Or is it? Is he obligated to hold his culture in a certain light and not to perform for someone who most feel is against his culture? But as the other dude said, Snoop doesn't live in the ghetto no more. Stop and frisk is not going to affect him. Even police having immunity will not affect him for the most part. They all know who he is. So he feels like Snoop turned his back on black people based on the fact that he no longer needs black people as he did in his murder trial and when he was rebuilding his career. Drop a comment and let me know what you all think. I mean, you know, it can go both ways. I don't agree with him performing personally, but that's just my opinion. What is yours? Stay safe and stay free, people.
you.